Sister wives. Tony Padron expert at pushing Kody Brown's buttons. And will Tony Padron honor Kody Brown's odd request for future? Also Kody Brown's son-in-law Tony Padron now his competition. I will explain everything. Watch this video until end. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my shocking news channel. Sister wives celeb, Tony Padron, came on strong and then disappeared, which left the fans wanting more from Kody Brown's son-in-law. Excuses for the lack of Tony's presence on the series were recently made by Kody Brown. While it sounded feasible, some of the Sister Wives fans don't buy it. Sister Wives update. Tony Padron rattles Kody Brown's cage. Much of the enthusiasm for Tony to reappear on TLC's Sister Wives has to do with how Kody Brown reacts to his son-in-law. Not long after he showed up on the series with his future bride, Mykelti Brown, friction surfaced. At one point Kody and Christine Brown agreed that Tony Padron knows how to push their buttons. It looks like Tony Padron's appearance created one too many roosters in Kody Brown's Sister Wives world. Veteran fans may remember back to when this future son-in-law first showed up on the TLC series with Christine and Kody Brown's daughter. It didn't take long for fans to pick him apart. Viewers commented on how entitled Tony Padron came off on the Sister Wives screen. Many may also remember Kody's reaction to Tony, especially after he took over and committed the father of the bride's money for a huge wedding without consulting him. But before that happened, Christine Brown became anxious about meeting Tony's parents. Her shared husband did as well. They worried that their future in-laws might not understand their polygamous lifestyle. But Kody's nervousness quickly turned into pride. He seemed to puff up a bit when Tony Padron mentioned how some of his family think Kody Brown is kind of cool with 4 wives. Then Kody Brown strutted around in his rooster mode while waiting for Tony's parents. The third wife from Sister Wives, Christine, set the table to host her future in-laws. Kody had a seating arrangement in mind. But when Christine Brown and Mykelti Brown ignored his thoughts on who should sit where, Papa Brown was peeved. Some of the people on Tony's side were a bit too big to sit as close together as Christine put the chairs. So, Kody fumed as Mykelti and Christine did what they wanted. After Tony Padron gave Kody praise about having 4 wives, it sounds as if he thinks he's a bit of an idol in his soon-to-be in-laws' eyes. He also seemed to like that idea. At the same time Tony Padron and Mykelti planned this wedding, Kody attempted to recoup his finances from a previous wedding. Only 6 months earlier another daughter married. So, the Sister Wives' dad was on the rebound with his finances after Maddie Brown Brush's wedding. When Tony Padron mentioned the wedding, he also mentioned the 400 guests he planned to invite. A good majority of these guests were unknown to the Sister Wives clan, as they came from the groom's side. Then he requested a taco bar to feed all these people. Tony wanted 10 tacos per guest, which meant 4,000 tacos. Then to add insult to injury he stressed he didn't want those white people tacos. He wanted the good stuff with real steak inside. This conversation blew Kody Brown away as dollar signs stomped in his head. The Sister Wives patriarch remarked how this wedding was going to clobber him. Even the fans knew what he meant by this. He worried about the wedding expenses emptying his wallet. But Tony Padron didn't understand what the Sister Wives' father meant. When Tony heard Kody Brown's response he looked confused. He said at the time, that he didn't understand what Kody meant by, it would clobber him. Then it hit Tony and he figured out that the head of the Sister Wives tribe meant it would clobber him financially. Tony Padron then described a way around that, while on camera. He meant a way around gathering enough money for the wedding. Back then the fans described him as a pushy groom. Probably because he suggested that his future in-laws take out a loan against their house to pay for the wedding. Once they get that loan, Tony said they can just pay it back in time. He tells the camera, it's called home equity. This put the Sister Wives viewers in a tailspin. Who is this guy? He was also referred to at the time as King of the Moochers. Tony was oblivious to the stress he laid out for Christine and Kody Brown with this sizable wedding at a posh country club. Fans who want to see more of Tony Padron seem to like the drama. It's not just Tony stirring up the pot but also how Kody reacts to him. Sister Wives, why not bring Tony back? When Tony's family came to Christine's house for dinner, Tony tells his family how lucky Kody is to have 4 wives who clean up after meals. Apparently Tony thinks that's what women should do, and he seems in awe that his bride's father has 4 women to pick up after him. Tony Padron also lets his soon-to-be wife know that he's just fine with the woman taking care of their man. At the time Mykelti didn't look too pleased with her future husband's ideas. But she married him, and since their home or their life together isn't featured on the show, no one knows how the Padron house runs. Sister Wives fans, do know that there are no kids yet. Sister Wives celeb Kody Brown seems to make it clear to Tony Padron that as his wife's father, he still has a say about things in the future. Back to the day when Tony requested that big talk with Kody, it turned out strange. It seems that Tony Padron asking for Mykelti Brown's hand in marriage suddenly became tricky. The decision-maker of the Sister Wives family had a few requests of his own for his future son-in-law. One request especially gathered up the viewers' comments, as it seemed a bit overbearing on Kody's part. Sister Wives, Tony Padron stunned at Kody Brown's reaction. Tony Padron became a fan favorite for a few reasons, with one of them being the reaction he gets from Kody Brown. Fans saw just how Tony got on Kody's nerves during the wedding planning. But even before the first taco was mentioned, Tony decided to ask the Sister Wives patriarch for his daughter's hand in marriage. When Tony Padron came out with the question, it stunned him that Kody Brown didn't quickly give him his blessing. No, the Sister Wives camera captured Kody with his thoughts on his daughter's life going forward. Instead of just saying yes when Tony Padron asked to wed Mykelti, Papa Brown had some added requests for the future groom. What the Sister Wives leader put forward seemed more like a couple of commitments from Tony, made between the two of them. The leader of the Sister Wives clan had a few things he wanted his future son-in-law to agree to before bestowing his blessing on the nuptials. One, in particular, seemed self-serving to the viewers of the show back then. Was this request about his daughter, or was it for his own sake? What Kody asked Tony to do is wait 10 months to a year before walking down the aisle. Tony wouldn't agree to this. He tells his future Sister Wives father-in-law that he needs to consult Mykelti before he can answer to this. While Kody Brown said he wanted them to wait for their own good, fans theorized that this Sister Wives dad had something else in mind. Kody just threw a lavish wedding for Maddie Brown brush that cost a pretty penny. Later, as more Sister Wives episodes rolled out, fans learned Kody was worried about his finances. So, fans surmised this waiting period he proposed to Tony Padron would allow him to gather more finances first. That request wasn't the stunner. Kody also strongly suggests there's another promise Tony needs to make before getting his blessing. Kody Brown prides himself on never leading his kids towards a polygamous relationship. When asked about the kids possibly wanting a plural marriage someday, Kody always offers the same reply. He claims that his kids have the choice. He leaves it totally up to them. Before Kody Brown would agree to Tony Padron marrying his daughter, the head of the Sister Wives tribe throws out another request. He doesn't want Tony Padron to discourage his future kids from plural marriage. He claims it's because he doesn't want his grandchildren to ever feel separated from him. Oddly enough, Tony Padron didn't need to consult his bride before agreeing to this request. He said he'd agree out of respect for Kody. But the fans thought the Sister Wives head honcho was out of bounds with this one. It seemed more like a contingency in order to get Kody Brown's blessing for this marriage. Kody then prompted Tony to reassure him that he's okay with his future children entering into a plural marriage if they want to. Tony agreed. It looks like Kody Brown's arm is long reaching into the future. Tony and Mykelti are now married a few years without kids in the picture yet. So, this won't be an issue for probably another 20 years down the line. Mykelti grew up in a plural marriage and she doesn't want one for herself. So how can Kody and Tony make the decision for her as the future mother to these kids? Sister Wives fans' comments suggest that Kody seems more interested in validating his lifestyle than offering choices with this odd request. Sister Wives star Kody Brown may feel a bit flattered once he gets a look at Tony Padron, the son-in-law, who fans associate with tacos. His head may swell just a bit once reading the comments about how fans see Tony today. Or he may see this as a bit of competition when it comes to his hair. Sister wives. Kody Brown found. Son-in-law costly. There's something about Tony Padron that pleases the crowd of sister wives watchers. Whether it's his personality, his smile, or a little bit of both, fans of this TLC series just can't seem to get enough of him. The sister wives' son-in-law tends to walk to the beat of a different drummer. So, he sometimes demonstrates odd ways, which may also entice the fans. Kody Brown is old school and he foots the bill for his daughter's weddings. This included the wedding of his daughter Mykelti Brown Padron. She married Tony Padron on December 17, 2016. This sister wives couple wanted things a bit different than a traditional reception for their wedding. With over 400 requests on the list, Tony wanted a taco bar to feed the crowd. The wedding guests mainly consisted of his friends and his side of the family. At the time, Kody Brown's soon-to-be son-in-law and Mykelti wanted a ton of tacos. They thought 10 tacos apiece for the 400 guests should be sufficient. That's 4,000 tacos to feed the number of guests he expected. Tony wouldn't have the Americanized tacos. He wasn't keen on the type of taco Christine Brown makes the sister wives clan for dinner. No, he wanted street tacos, just like the kind the vendors sell off their carts. This basically was the first time Tony Padron spent a length of time on screen and the fans loved him. Sister Wives viewers frequently ask the Brown family members online if Tony Padron will be back on the series. The answer always seems to be not at this time, but it doesn't stop there. People follow Tony Padron and his wife Mykelti online. Just as viewers follow Kody Brown and his 4 wives, many follow this couple. Lately, Tony has changed something about his looks and the fans of this younger sister wives' husband took notice. It seems he's grown his hair long. It also appears that his hair forms ringlets. These curls are much like what Kody Brown sports when not having a bad hair day. With his new hairdo very noticeable, Tony gets a lot of questions lately. He's asked by the fans if he's growing his hair like his father-in-law, Kody Brown. It looks like Kody Brown might have some competition now in the man hair department. With his Kody-like ringlets, Tony Padron experiences something else like Kody. Tony is already seeing some Kody-like critics take jabs at his hair. Is there enough room in the sister wives world for 2 men with perfect ringlets? Or will Kody take offense when he has to share the limelight with the man who wanted 4,000 tacos on Kody's dime? Fans of sister wives tend to find Tony Padron an interesting sort of fellow. Just look at him above at the bottom of a large hole in the rocks. Sister Wives fans would really like to see more of him, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. Kody Brown claims that the kids don't always have a storyline that Sister Wives cameras will follow. He said this to explain why more of the older kids don't show up each season. Another excuse mentioned was Tony's new job keeping him away, as he is working at a bank and he can't take time off to film. With all the questions swirling online, one of Tony Padron's friends wrote Soap Dirt to explain that Tony really can't get away from work. Sister Wives critics have different theories as to why Tony just vanished from the TLC series. But there are several of the biological kids from the Sister Wives family not often seen on screen. Some of the older Brown kids and even some of the younger ones don't show up often on the show. So, the kids that haven't been on the show for a while probably fall under the explanation Kody offered up. As he said, if there's no storyline going on with the kids, they don't film. That seemed like a feasible explanation, since when the older kids do show up it seems like it's for events like weddings and births. What do you think about this video? Please told on comment box. Also subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching this video.